Dear students, now let me discuss about acceleration of a block on rough surface. Okay, so let me take this is a surface which is not smooth. Okay, so we have to take the frictional force or the coefficient of friction. So in the last or in the previous chapter, that is in Newton's law, we have assumed that the surface is frictionless. So the surface is smooth surface. So we did not take the frictional force or the coefficient of friction like that, but here we have to take. Okay, so let me see that the same diagram that I have discussed earlier. Okay, so when the object is on horizontal surface, then what will be its acceleration if we take into consider the frictional force? So initially, you know, if capital F is equal to small f, then the object is at rest. But when the object is in motion, then this F will obviously Fk, that is kinetic friction. Okay, because it is in motion. So what will be the acceleration of this object? If you take the acceleration is a along this direction, so obviously from Newton's law, you know, summation Fx is equal to ma. Summation Fx is equal to ma. Okay, because the motion is only along the x direction. Okay, so if we take this as x direction and this is a y direction, then the motion is along x direction. So it will be summation Fx is equal to ma, and summation Fx is nothing but f minus Fk. Okay, so it will be f minus Fk, that is equal to ma. So a will be nothing but f minus Fk divided by m. Okay, so this will be the acceleration. Now if you know the Fk, you can draw here, because you know Fk is equal to mu k into n. Okay, mu k into n. So if we want to substitute here Fk, you can substitute. It will be what? F minus mu k into n divided by m. And what is n? N is nothing but, in this case, n is mg. Okay, so here downward direction mg and in upward direction it is n. So n is obviously is equal to mg, that is summation fy is equal to 0. You can write over here along the y direction that summation fy is equal to 0. Why? Because there is no acceleration along the y direction. So n minus mg is equal to 0. So n minus mg is equal to 0. So obviously n is equal to what? Mg. Obviously n is equal to mg. So you can substitute over here that f minus mu mg divided by m, and mu can be written as mu k. Okay, so you can substitute it, or in general you can take this relation, because n is not always equal to mg. So this will be the general expression, that is a is equal to f minus fk divided by m. So you know the acceleration, there will only there is acceleration when f is greater than fk. Okay, if f is not greater than fk, you can see here, you can see from this expression, that when acceleration will be there, only there will be acceleration if f greater than fk. Okay, because if less than fk, that means it is in the limiting frictional force, or you can say static friction, not limiting, you can say static frictional force. Okay, because we have the graph, we have said earlier that if this is the graph between small f versus capital F, then it will be like this. Okay, so this is the limiting frictional force and this is the kinetic frictional force. Okay, so when the object is in motion, obviously its value should be, initially if you want to accelerate, if the object is at rest and if you want to get an acceleration, then you have to apply the force greater than Fl. So instead of Fk, we can write initially as Fl. So F is obviously greater than Fl, not Fk, because Fk is less than Fl, isn't it? So you have to push the object with a greater force than Fl, than limiting frictional force, and then only the object will be accelerated. Okay, so if you want to draw the graph between A and F, okay, A and F, acceleration and F, so what will be the graph? So if you talk about the graph between A and F, suppose in this direction this is A, this is F. Okay, so there will be no acceleration up to a value F is equal to Fl. So let me take this is the point where F is equal to Fl. So up to this point there is no acceleration, but when your force is greater than Fl, then the acceleration will be there. So the accelerated motion will be after this. Okay, so after this, if you increase f, then acceleration will decrease in proportional rate. Okay, why it is proportional? Because you can say a is always proportional to f, because this will be constant. Now when the object is in motion, then fk will be constant. So when fk will be constant, so a will directly depend on f, so a will be proportional to f, so it will be like this. Okay, so this is the graph between a versus f, where a is the acceleration, f is the applied force, and there is no acceleration up to fl, because the object will not be in motion. Okay, so this is how we can draw the graph and we can show the acceleration on a rough surface. Okay, so next in the next classes we will discuss about the acceleration on rough surface when the surface is not horizontal surface, the surface is inclined at some angle theta. We will discuss later on. Okay, thank you.